Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy Tono here, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video about a full gameplay. And the game of today is called Call of Juarez Gunslinger. It's literally like playing Call of Duty but inside the old Wild West. It's literally like even merging, you know, the Call of Duty mechanisms with Red Dead Redemption ones, and so it's kinda cool to have these kind of mechanisms all together in one single game. And I underestimated a lot this Call of Juarez saga, but actually they are quite fun, and you will see that inside this complete walkthrough of the campaign. But without any further ado, remember to leave a like, subscribe and comment, and I hope you will enjoy the video. Take some popcorns, take something to drink, and then enjoy the complete walkthrough with me. Okay, let's go. Okay boys, I guess we can adjust the gamma. Okay, and here we go. You unlock the pistol pack and rifle pack for arcade mode. These unique weapons will enable you to reach high score with classiest Wild West style. Okay, play game. Story. Normal. Normal, definitely normal. Kansas City or Kansas State.
Easy boy.
Cars as well, huh? Okay. Going into a saloon.
Don't I know you, sir?
Maybe.
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
What are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
Fair enough.
Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy.
Yeah.
First
Never.
man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I
I'm
heard
not
he
surprised.
collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
And he did, I guess.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Are we using Billy the Kid right now? It would be so cool. Silas Greaves arrived in Abilene in 1910, claiming he had ridden with Billy the Kid as a young man. You can shoot the dynamite you throw as well as your enemy's dynamite in the air. Ooh, very cool.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch
Oh, look
dead,
at the style of the
let me
graphics.
tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Ah. Okay. I love the style. It seems like Borderland and where's the hideout though? It's like okay. Borderland mixed to Red Dead Redemption.
Need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
You have earned experience by killing enemies. You need it for leveling up again in extra abilities. Okay. I love the style, bro.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Rescue Billy the Kid and his
Garrett and
gang.
his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out of it.
Gunning down enemies fills your
So
concern.
that's just what I did.
Ah, okay. Her Dead Redemption, is that you? But it's so good, like, I love this style, bro.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Wow. Hey, yo, yo, yo. No, no. I cannot lay down completely, okay? Hey, bro. It's very similar to, like, playing Borderlands and... A mix of Borderlands and... Really? A mix of Borderlands and... Duck, okay. Secret. Good. Good, boys. If you want to read it, okay. 5 seconds per each. Okay. Read. Sorry, third one. Okay, you can stop it. 1 of 3.
He's one of them. God damn it, he's right behind us. Where the hell's Garrett? He's never around when you need it.
You have 1 skill point to spend here now. Select any of the 3 skills categories and then purchase it. Long distance. Iron size low downtime. Yes, sir. Okay, we have a lot of things to unlock, like 6, 12, 36.
Come on. Let's send these some bitches money.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads.
A bunch of chickens. Hey, yo. There is a chicken, actually.
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
You can avoid little shots only when your sense of that is fully charged.
It would be a trick
Huh.
to shoot from up there.
Avoid the bullet using... Ooh, this is a cool mechanic. No, yo. My aim is so bad sometimes.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. A lot
Hey,
of
yo.
them were saddle tramps, sod busters, or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Wow, but this game is very fun, boys. I never thought about it. Hey, yo, come here. No. No, boys, this game is quite fun, I have to admit.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window.
Back door. We'll cover you. Try aiming, you idiots.
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
Exactly. I love the fact that it's like telling
They made up
the
for their
story
lack of
while
skill with a seemingly
while
endless
shooting.
supply of ammo.
I know.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Like, this game is so addicting, bro. What?
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
Hey, yo.
I passed Dirty Dave.
Dirty Dave.
Upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Bolton.
Okay, another one, guys, if you want to read. Just stop the video.
Think you can kill me too? How about that? Huh? You like that?
Okay. 21 carried by... Okay, Bill smart as a whip.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
No, ay.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like
Ooh, bro.
just kept on coming.
I can keep this up all day.
I bet you do. Hey, hey. Ah, okay. The dead like shot is when I'm.
That's when Charlie got hit.
Okay.
"The
No.
Kid was in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Hey. Okay. Ooh. It seems like playing arcade games, you know, but well-made one. Hey, yo.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
Hey, 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 hey.
Time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention."
Yeah, but downstairs, right?
Order and me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it?
Be quick.
Those poor sons of bitches are done.
Many
Uh.
were in my place, but I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have, like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Gonna gut you like a pig.
Okay.
Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Oh, boys, it's so satisfying. What the hell? Bro, this game is so satisfying. What is it? It's a fucking pearl. Why I never played it
Sounds
before?
like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Hey, yo. Duel momentum. It's time for the... No, he's with me, right? Proud, handsome, and handed. Handsome. Oh, yeah. It's a duel.
You challenged him to a showdown.
Showdown, sorry.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Uh-oh. Keep your enemy in focusing using... Focus, bro. Focus on him. Quiet.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
Cool.
stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Wow, it's literally like playing arcade game.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
Billy the Kid.
And the kid surrendered? When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Two boys and fistful of lead. After Stinking Springs, Billy the Kid and Silas Greaves ended up in jail. Okay.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
Lincoln jail.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
You can be bulletproof, but you can be more resistant. Okay.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine.
Okay.
Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence.
Nice.
Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He
Thank you,
shot
Billy.
Bill and a few other guards as he made his getaway.
Mine as well, I
Later,
guess.
They wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Thank you.
My first order of business was finding a firearm.
William Henry McCarthy. Okay, so guys, you can see and read. Oh, come on. Ah, no, I cannot get in. Okay, it's like blocked.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Wow. Cinematics. Can go with me? Okay. Loudest thunder. This game is so cool. Can cut a man clean in a house. Okay. Sure, not surprised.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy? Goddamn son of a bitch shot Jim Bell!
The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. Hell yeah.
Hey,
That
bro.
scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. Guards were everywhere looking for it. I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but the whole town was up in
Okay.
arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
A fugitive. Yeah. Yeah, actually we are.
Can't believe you did this! Kick our ass!
Okay, let's go.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever going to find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there.
Make your way through the town.
I
Okay.
tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town Oh, it's fake.
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me.
Okay. No. Okay, I was very lucky. Okay. Okay.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground.
Guess what? I'm not
needed to
surprised.
find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
Okay, bye-bye, man. Cool. Didn't see that. Nah.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Let's go! I love this mechanic, bro. Wow.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Okay. No boys. Okay, alright. Not really. My plan is not to die today. Okay. Hey. Wait, guys, wait. I'm starting. Okay. Hey, no. Okay. Okay.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun.
Okay.
So we stood there in the
Showdown.
middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Okay. When you hear the heartbeat, you can draw your first. You can first, but it will be noted as the honorable act as correct. Whatever.
Some say I fought unfairly, but they weren't the ones looking him in the eye that day.
Dishonorably
Gunned
healed.
down
Okay.
Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
1 out of 4 nuggets of true. Okay, I didn't hear enough skill point. Like enough.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
Job.
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocius? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told,
Not
I had
really.
my own reasons for going after those boys.
Cowboys were a huge outlaw gang led by Holman Clanton. Carly Bill and Johnny Ringo were two of his. When you sorry. When you okay. Guadalupe
So was
Canyon.
the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clown. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there! I did my best to help those boys.
Okay. Hey, I didn't see him. Sorry.
Moments later, the attackers were dead. And I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing.
I love the fact that it's basically narrating the book. Longer combos. Okay. Getting more XP.
None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did.
Wow. Hey, no.
They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere.
Okay.
And there never seemed to be an end to them.
Give me a sec, boys.
Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I
What?
was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
I love these, like, plot twists.
See, at the time,
Wow.
I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks.
Wow, boys, wow.
I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was
Boys,
determined to
what
have
the
my
hell? This game is so good.
To get to Ringo,
Okay, sorry.
I'd have to fight my way
I
past
have
these
to.
other assholes first.
Sorry?
He's getting away!
No, I'm not. Ah,
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example.
Come
of my
on, bro.
relative inexperience as a hunter of men.
okay.
I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Okay. Ooh, very close to die.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Run, bro. Run, bro. Be quick. Come on, 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 bro. Let's get away, let's get away. Yeah, we don't have anything to say or to do except for running away from here. Definitely running away. Ooh, I was supposed to die or something. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition.
Oh boy, this is so good.
Pat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know.
Facts. Okay. Yeah, well, where I have to go though? Ah, okay, coming back.
And imagine my surprise when I found
Dynamite.
a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator.
Hey, really?
Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus.
We get it.
They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, John. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wild. My fury knew no bounds.
Jesus Christ. I love that it's a tail, literally. Bye-bye, man.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Huh. Cranky. Meatball, no, boss fight, maybe. Mean as hell. Clanton, cranky, canta kangaroos?
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till...
Hey.
But I knew I could not let that deter me. Let me tell you, that was the longest uphill climb of my entire damn life. What I ever do to you?
Can you please? Okay. I'm almost done. Give me a sec, boys. Ole.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day.
Definitely not a
They
Mexican.
just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Okay, cool. We good, boys. We good. Gunfight at the sawmill. The true reason behind Silas' pursuit of the cowboys wasn't money, but for revenge on one of his arch enemies, Johnny Ringo.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocius.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys.
Okay.
Curly Bill took charge of the cowboys upon the
Sorry, my aim sometimes is so bad for no reason.
The OK Corral. The Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Oh, did not. Bro. Ah, the 8-box, I guess. At this point, I guess it's 8-box problem.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride.
Vendetta Ride. Vendetta. Italian word to say revenge. Vendetta means revenge, guys. For those who doesn't know it. I'm happy for the fact that a lot of American games, foreign games using Italian for some words. I'm always proud of this. I have to be honest. Genuinely proud.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
You're dead!
Sure about that? I don't think so.
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They
Okay.
say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone.
No.
faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt.
Give me the rifle, bro.
That man was all hat and no cap.
Herb wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lundy should have kept his nose out of it.
Okay.
He never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
Sorry, boys.
Everybody
Sometimes it's
knew
difficult.
that Curly shot
Funny
in
but
the
difficult.
back.
Especially for the
That was
left
common knowledge.
stick that is not working.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Well, fair enough about the description of him.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
No, I missed it. Okay. Come on, bro. Hey. Okay. I have another point, sorry. Improve. Faster rubber. Yes. Okay. I love this mechanic. Basically, we have one last chance thanks to this, and it's very good. This game is well made, nothing to say about it. Okay. Bye-bye, boys. Bye-bye, boys.
Everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Yep. True.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. It was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
I hate when the... let me reload. Let me reload first.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Ah, okay. Takes a shot. Before he takes a shot. Fair enough. Where is Carly Bill? Ah, he's there.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil. Get 'em, boys. You
Yeah, but
Did that Sundance Earth send you to kill me?
okay. Come on, Carly. Come here.
Time to die.
Hey, bro. Chill out. Oh, what the frick? Okay. Let's go.
Brocius gave me no choice but to take his life. But
We got him.
Ringo was
We got him.
nowhere to be found.
There was no Ringo, actually.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Sure about that?
Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Next in line. To take over. Johnny Ringo, okay. Ah, no, it's not literally... Ah, okay.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
No. Stay focused, bro. Porco Dio, è una roba che non ha senso. Non si capisce un cazzo. Questa roba non si capisce un cazzo.
That's incredible, sir. I always
Stay
thought that
focused on
Doc
him.
Holliday was the one that killed him.
Wrong moment to have hiccup. Okay.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
Facts. I'm not a legend. I'm just a bounty hunter.
Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
I'm not finding any nuggets of truth. Whatever.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
My next bounty. Okay, cool.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
This guy is knows a bit of his own shit, his own stuff regarding Western city and everything. And Western way of doing. Of living especially.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick.
Let's find them out. Sorry, guys. Just my. Hey.
So close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us.
Ah.
You don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
Yeah, besides, George is up there on the rocks with that rifle of his. Nothing gets past him.
Trust me, we will light the sparrows up.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
No. Hey, bye-bye. Oh, okay, they have to get... No, wait. There's nothing here. No, a single secret, nothing. Seriously. Nah. Hey, hey, hold two. Huh. What? Okay, cool. Any secret? Any... Let me explore. Let me explore. I don't know, guys. Not really. Oh no, yeah. Same, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, same right. Let me explore a second, boys. No hidden secret. Threats? Really? Nah. I mean. Nah. Okay. You wanna read, boys? That's it, I guess. I mean, maybe. Okay.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it.
Yeah, of course. Such a polite guy.
It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's
Can shoot dynamite in the air?
Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments.
Somebody kill him!
Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town.
Okay, I've adjusted the controls. Rangers. Let's find another... Let's try another...
Charlie Crow, blacksmith.
Ooh, bro. Chill out.
James, who worked in the stable. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll.
Okay, I shot them with the...
That That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh.
Wrong button, sorry guys.
He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. Dangerous, desperate individuals. I thought I was some kind of hero.
Maybe you are, mate.
Made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Okay. It's such a funny thing that is a tale.
I had something I needed to figure out.
I'm not a bad player when it comes to searching
ideas on how to get into
secrets.
that mine, but once I made my
Literally.
decision, I knew there was no turning back. So
Okay.
my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense.
Yeah, it's cool that it's like the game. It's
It
building
was the
the
quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous.
like.
There would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
I was about to say the fact that the game is building up on based on the tale. I have unlocked it. Oh, my aim sometimes is so bad. Of course. Close quarter. I get combo and concentration. Yes. Okay.
Show yourself, coward.
Not really. Where is it? Ah. Bastard of you.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
Yeah,
Some of
it's...
those shafts could be as deep as hell.
Oh no, I'm losing the straight. Okay. I want to explore though. Okay, that's the way it came from. Secret. Hey yo, chill out, bro.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Yeah, sure. So, watch out, mate.
I got this.
But I want to explore before saying bye-bye.
I will drop you down a mine shaft.
You sure? I will do it first, I guess. You can run, but you can't hide. Ah, such a cool reference.
Time to blow your shit up.
Yeah, I would like to see you though. Ah,
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense.
hey.
I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Got you, bitch. Ooh. That was close as fuck, bro.
One long bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb.
No! I'm so dead. Ah! Yeah, bro. I have to go.
Freely admit that my plan of attack was
I'm so dead, guys. If I don't run out.
clearly in sight.
Oh, and then? What?
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Ah, it was scripted. Okay, sorry. It was scripted. Oh,
It
Jesus,
was
okay.
a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me.
Okay.
Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, I needed to make a leap of faith.
To where,
It
though?
ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell.
How can I can do it? Really? Do I have the space?
I was determined
Oh no,
not to give
oh no.
up, however.
Go, 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 go before it
That
crashes.
Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged.
Oh,
That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
okay. Not the best one, I guess.
I picked the more convenient and more dangerous route.
Of course, exactly. That easy now. Again, another one. Ooh. I thought it was just one. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserve better.
Nevada City.
Bye-bye, man.
Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there.
Ah, he's dead.
The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Okay. Okay. Cutscene. Yeah, I've changed controller and now I can play better. Way better. Lowman. Okay. Outlaw. Not Lowman. Scalawag. Henry Plummer. Me versus you, right? Showdown, maybe? No. Boss fight.
You son of a bitch! This day is just getting worse and worse for you.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna
Yeah,
take
he
some
is
doing.
freaking mad, bro. Come on, Andrea. Fucking hell, come on, Tono.
No blood money for you today.
Reload, bro. Come on.
Rookie shot. Damn it! I need some help here. Come on, boys. Take this cocksucker out.
No, that's not fair. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, bro. No, no, no. Okay. Okay, saw him. Come on, Andrea. Come on, my aim is so bad sometimes. Where is he gone, though?
I can shoot too. A million pieces. You can shoot. Can you aim? Good boy. Just kill him. No blood money for you today.
You sure about that? What? Really?
Medieval on your ass.
Let's go! One shot!
That's how Henry Plummer died.
Go!
Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold.
Let's go ski.
I was officially a bounty hunter.
Let's go ski, bro. We're bounty hunter now. We're right. You're right on it.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Showdown
Where in
moment.
Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
Hey, really? Episode 4. Wesley. Straight showdown. Oh, we have to get to him.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Weak or be dead. Silas claims that they took up bounty hunting as a way to finance their pursuit of his remaining quarry, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
What?
Shoot him! Shoot him! Damn good shot!
Okay.
Watch where you're shooting.
No secrets here, nothing? Really? Nah, I'm not scared. I'm just taking the long way around to surprise you, bitches. At least trying to.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
No, rifle, bro. No. Let me take the rifle.
It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
Crazy bastard!
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
As always, guys, if you guy wants to read.
Hold still!
Oh, I have a point, sorry. Improve agility and concentration. Yep.
Come on out, you yellow bastard! You think you can kill me?
Okay, boys, let's go in. Ah.
Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and...
Hey, yo.
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men.
42.
He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here. Freezing giblets.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were
It
wanted
didn't.
as well.
It doesn't seem that they knew, but okay.
I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands.
Oh, you did good,
I had
right?
to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head.
Yeah, what's the shotgun reload? Absolutely.
Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
Over your head!
We good, boys. I mean, close to that, but we good. No.
Tell Hardin someone's coming for him.
Stop that sumbitch!
Where is he?
Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Secret. Hey. Wasn't it?
I wondered if Bob was among them.
I don't think so.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
No, he's not better than us. I think. I trust myself.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers.
GG.
Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Okay, so we are going to bring him a very good gift. Ah, yeah, we're good, boys. Hey. Okay. Hey, from where?
I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
What? What were you doing here? Are there any gunslinger left? Gunslingers left? Yeah, but outlaws, well, okay, but where are the outlaws though? Last ones. Ah,
Suffice it
it's.
to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Guess what? I'm not surprised. No. Right side. Ooh. Okay. Ehi. Ma porco diazzo, raga, ma non lo vedo. Io non li vedo la metà di questi muoiono perché non li vedo, zio cane. Però è divertente sto gioco. Ok, boys. Ah, come on. Ok. Ok. Legendary weapon unlocked. Silver shotgun. Ah, ok, cool.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived. As a moment later, I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
My boy. The boy we were searching for. First kill at 15. Killed a man for snoring. And 40 more for breathing.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. was faster than grease lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
Okay.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Beer?
Okay. So it was like resist to this showdown to proceed.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Grey Wolf? Okay, Red Man is Indian. Native Indian?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
I'm not surprised. Nope. Silas Greaves pursue dangerous outlaws like John Wesley Hardin, hoping they will help to lead him to Bryant. Okay.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Far, far away there was a Shrek.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The
Fair
U.S.
enough.
Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable.
They've been whole
understood his
slaughter, right?
anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Thanks. Don't know, but US is
Right
exporting
from the
democracy,
beginning,
right?
I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Alright, to gun them down, right? I guess I'm fighting against Apaches.
They saw me before I saw them.
Hey, hey, hey. Headshot A-blind. Oh la la. Am I so good at shoot? Hey.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now
Maybe it's not.
shooting had started, there was no backing down.
How many? Hey, 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 no. How many of them? I thought it was the last one, bro. Silver shotgun, yes sir. No, let me use the axe. Not rifle and shotgun. Ah, okay, it's like... no, nothing. I still prefer the rifle. Secret. Okay, Native Americans. Wizard of Oz. This is a real thing, it's not like inside the game, it's real knowledge, so it's good. And the last one if you want to read it. Okay, here we go, boys. There's always something to learn, even from shooting games. I love this style of
It was
gameplay,
rugged
guys.
country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of those regrets. Hey, yo. Chill out, mate.
find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Bro, I'm a gunslinger. Bro, okay.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Hey, no. Good. Very good, very good. I was very good.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the wall.
Exactly. So the street is here. I guess so, bro. Take my boy dynamite. Just for you. Okay. Ah, secret. Ooh, dynamite. Okay, boys, so you can read as always. I have dynamite as well. I was expecting another secret, but okay.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Oh, I got you with the first shot, bro. I thought I did.
They
Yeah,
thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Not really, but
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
yeah. Okay. Come on, mate. Come at me, boys.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to two Mescalero women.
At the
Two.
same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Be sure
I
about
had
that.
to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Okay, secret. Ray McCall, the oldest of McCall brothers. Okay. Juan Juarez Mendoza. Okay, dokie. No, 6-shooter. No, give me that. Okie dokie. Boss fight arena, right?
Came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
Where am
as
I?
his story unfolded in my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow. I had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes
No.
will bite shadows of your past until a bed
Reload, reload,
poisons
reload.
your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed,
32.
his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Hey. Okay, bye-bye, bro. Oh, come on, come on. Come on, I have to reload.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap.
Whew.
But suddenly one just appeared, kind of like a miracle.
No secrets here. Okay.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever.
Nah, not forever,
Finally,
bro.
I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith. But no
Yeah.
way in hell I was
Assassin's
turning
Creed, is
back.
that you?
I chased
Come here,
after
you.
him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be
Fuzzy?
but I
No,
am
it's 100% true.
exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Okay.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
More than that, little lady. Jeez, pistol is crazy good, bro. I didn't see him coming. Look at me. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Let's go, bro.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and
I
scrambled
do
up those
enjoy
rocks like a
shooting with
mountain goat.
this
I was determined
game.
to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me.
But it's not that easy, right?
And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
Let's go, boys.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
I love this
Well,
idea
I
of
didn't take
telling the
time to
story.
count 'em exactly.
100%
There were a lot
approved.
of 'em.
Hey, bro, what? Okay. Son of a bitch. Hey, yo, bro, I'm so dead. Oof. No. Come on, I don't have to miss it.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
What?
I
Free hand.
followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
Hey, yo. Where you going, mate? Come here, wolves.
Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
70% accuracy. Not that bad, but not that good as well.
Thank
Meat.
you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
Maybe.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Yeah, they do.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
The Dalton brothers. What? Let's go. The Dalton brothers.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Wow. Dalton's brothers. They call me Bounty Hunter. Grateful the Apache medicine man of first silence means a warning questioning not wallow the poison of bitterness. Okay. Wise.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street. Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Well, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off.
Put some holes in them!
Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
They're lying. They're lying.
First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker.
Come on, come on, come on.
Trying to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll get complimentary.
It was too easy.
This bounty
I thought it as well.
The brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. So he went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Okay.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Okay.
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
From top, I guess. I love this game.
A moment later,
Oh, bad.
he
It's
was
crazy.
climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
I'm laughing so loud.
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Bro. Okay.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim
Is that
Boone,
Silas
Davy
Greaves?
Crockett,
Son
who
of a
died defending
bitch!
the Alamo.
Ooh. Okay. Good. I'm not hiding, actually. Maybe it's for you, but not for me.
Over there!
Bye-bye, bro.
That's Silas Greaves. What the hell?
No, come on.
Bland came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Let's go ski.
His name?
Let's go.
Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Let's go. We good, boys.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Again. But it was fun.
It was early evening, not high
Hmm.
noon.
Okay.
Dalton's
Now
blew
I
up
know.
the safe, and we're all set to hightail it out of there. I was late to the party, and Coffeeville was already up in arms.
Head to the bank and stop the Daltons before they
Those
escape.
pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Hmm. Dalton boys, the leader, the lover, the loot. Emmett. Emmett.
I'd been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. They still had friends in Coffeeville. Waste your bullets. Go ahead.
Okay. Come on.
And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
I'm not seeing anything.
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons.
Come on.
Shooting at the Browns, who were shooting
Sometimes
at
I'm
the
missing
Daltons,
such a easy
which
shots,
wasn't
and this one was
any
difficult,
surprise,
so
those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter...
Hey.
Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeeville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Facts. No secret there. A nugget is somewhere in my... yeah, here. Okay. The Daltons, yeah. The famous youngers, the Dalton brothers, Graham, Bob, and Emmett. Okay, boys, so you can read. I thought it was some kind of a secret or so, but whatever.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
But where is he?
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm so dead. Bye-bye.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Yeah, that's me. Let's go, boys.
I have to admit, that boy had grit.
71 out of 8. Okay, I'm missing so many nuggets. Famous bounty hunter. His main ambition was to get his revenge on Bob Bryant. Yeah, it's our main thing.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They
Okay.
seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Think so.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year.
We shoot
At least
people
you had
down.
the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Okay.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full
Hey.
color. Red
Ah.
as blood.
I thought it was me. Fucking swamps
The
right
rains
in
that
there.
year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded.
Okay. Okay. I cannot use.
Vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Okay, dokie.
Bury 'em in the swamp. Plant 'em where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Guess why?
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of
Right.
friends.
Ooh, very close. I didn't see this bitch hiding here. How did I? Didn't I? Okay.
Point being, I was under serious attack.
Ooh, white blind headshot.
My reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Can I? Oh. New rifle? Not really. Come on, reload. Oof. Tough one, right?
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes.
What?
I scrambled up top to get a better view.
No secrets. Wrong. No, give me the rifle, the normal one. Absolutely.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
Yeah. What?
Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon
I love these interactions. He's snoring.
Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
No, really. Hey.
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing.
Facts.
It's a bond like no other.
Any secret here? No. Nope. Not really. I love this section actually. It's pretty cool. Like the slums is made pretty good. It's pretty solid for an old game, if you want to call it like old, but yeah.
Stop that, son bitch!
Whew.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Okay. Hey, no.
Hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
I was so close to death. No, I got your head, bro. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, yo, mate. Bye-bye. No. Let me. Hey, bro. No. Whoa, where is the other guy shooting at me? I generally do not see him. Ah, I'm blind, sorry guys. I'm blind sometimes. Okay, munitions. Dynamites, let's go. Take this, bro. I get for you. Yeah, you did, but... Hey, hey, hey. Really? These guys are like so tough to die. Okay. I didn't even see him.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
That's me, basically, standing against me. Please give me something useful. I appreciate it. I cannot... okay, whatever. There's nothing upstairs. No secrets, no. Just ammunitions. Okay. We are proceeding good, I guess. And I hope.
That's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Yeah.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board.
Sorry, Steve. We don't care about your details.
A fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
We could go. Upstairs, secret. Yes, sir. Or steamboats. Okay. Oh, what?
There the Daltons were waiting on me.
It's upstairs. 100% this nugget is upstairs.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben.
I love this
Set out
revolver,
to do
boys.
something, I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Ole. Gatling gun. Richard Gatling. Ah, I didn't know that. Ah, okay. Gatling because... that sounds cool. That is cool, actually. I learned something. You guys, son of a bitch. Okay. Climb, bro. Thank you.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck. pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Sure about that.
But it turned out that they had me.
Ah.
I'm sending you to hell.
That was too easy.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me.
Ah, okay.
They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
We're talking about the
Titanic.
Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy.
Hazy.
But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Gatling. Come here, bro. No, I missed the combo.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together.
Who managed to survive though?
Side by side, determined to take me down.
How?
Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Yeah, but how, bro?
They got it
Okay.
wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds.
Really?
Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Nuggets of the trophies. So good. They call it nugget.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
The Wild Bunch, Juarez. Okay, episode 7. No.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One
Juarez.
night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys.
Cantina.
And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
It is time to kill him. We will have our revenge, and we will avenge our brother. Not so great train robbery. Great train robbery. Great. Led by Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The Wild Bunch was the West's less famous outlaw gang. Okay, maybe these are like
Been
real
on their
facts.
trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy. They were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself.
With pleasure, mate.
I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on
Wyoming.
the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
Okay, so, yeah, there's assaulting it. There's a raid.
They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. So I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down.
Okay, we got lucky.
We
made our way. Good.
Pay for what he did to my brothers.
Hey, 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 hey. It's going down. I got lucky. Quite a lot. All to use.
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
Okay. Okay. Hey, dynamites. Okay.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge. What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn...
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them.
With pleasure, bro. No choice.
Negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Yeah, but before jumping, there is a secret there, maybe. There's a nugget. Staying away from this. Yeah, but... Ah, no, okay. Give me a sec. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Jump, jump, jump.
Jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old
Give me my-
Bob,
oh,
I needed
give me
to
my
fight
favorite
way
pistol.
Forward past a whole passel of desperados.
No. No.
Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
With pleasure.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death.
Are you sure you're not afraid of the
Odds were
heights?
I was likely to
Sure
die
about
that
that?
day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I
You bitch! How am I able to see him there? Can I? Ah, yeah.
times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Okay, I made quite a big disaster. I made just a bit of noise. Secret. Not really a fan of quick shooter.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a
You
hand.
mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Really, they did. Like that for me. Hey yo. Kid Curry. Gran Posse versus the Wild Bunch. Party Posse. Oh, is that them?
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the Wild Bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Was too good, right? No, just not. What?
Retreat! He's killing everybody! You won't get away from me!
Bye bye, bro. Let's try the quick shooter just to change it. Even if I don't like it, maybe. Improve damage and concentration. Yes. No, let's try this one. I never tried it, so let's try this one. It says there's a nugget here. Yeah, but... Ah, okay. Very cool, bro. No, sorry, wrong button.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they?
Gatlingan.
Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Easy peasy. Ah, no worries. No, you cannot shoot me because you will all die, boys. All of you, boys. All of you. Hey, yo, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch out the wagon, bro.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice.
With pleasure,
but
bro.
The only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who was he?
The
Good
fastest
question,
gun
man.
in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
No, no, no.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
So I have to follow them in South America.
They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Honorably killed. Just the first one honorably killed. Second one, actually. Silas Greaves claims that his relentless pursuit of Bob Bryant forced the leaders of the Wild Bunch to flee to South America. If it's true.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Yeah, maybe we will defeat him and then he will appear. We'll defeat the other guy and then Brian will appear. I mean, I hope so.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado. Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
A gift for you, boys.
Old Bob wasn't among them. Neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Butch Cassidy. Okie dokie, boys. Find clues as... Oh, okay.
And I found one. A
Hmm.
map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific.
Pacific. Like the government, basically. A company
Plan
ruled by the
clearly
government.
indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
It's crazy how they were like using wood to create railroads, but it was actually true. Like in that, I mean, in that way, not the fact they were using wood, but the fact that people were creating these.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the wild bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5.
There's a 5 at least. Come on, come on, come on. Okay.
Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me.
Very slow, bro.
The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Sure about that, because
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off.
Attempted?
It appeared the kid had found a number
Not
of new
managed.
recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one.
true.
Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Using dynamites to disable dynamites. GG physics. What? Ayo, ayo. Ooh.
What happened then?
I can even dodge
More of that
shotguns.
Damn dynamite.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Shot rope. Hey. Bye bye, man.
So
I.
that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress.
Where was it? Ah. Okay, sorry. You didn't see it.
Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Come on, I got you, bro.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Okay.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer.
Where I had to go though? Come on. I don't know.
I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today.
For real.
Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge.
Well, it was a touching reunion.
But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
And guess what? You are not. Okay, we managed to do that. It wasn't easy at all.
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
Hey. Ooh. That was
Just when I
close.
thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn galley gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Ooh. You're gonna see him. Kid Curry. Kid Cudi. Me against Kid Cudi. How can I get close to him?
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
The only way possible is throwing grenade at him. Yeah, dynamite. Yeah. Yes, I do. No, I'm not. But you're so resistant. What the hell? What? Okay. Yes, I do. And do you know who I am? Ah, come on.
brought that tunnel down.
What?
That's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Okay. Really?
As fast as he was, I was just a bit faster.
Ooh, okay.
And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him.
Sure about that?
Those were his last words.
You lucky bastard. More concentration in the bar. Okie dokie.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James? Jesse James?
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And
Facts.
from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
Yeah, facts. 25k. Back then you were so rich then.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Don't worry. With some train robbery. Okay.
Shoot that stupid son of a bitch!
Now wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
There's my dynamite there. Whew. I got lucky. You could stop a train by staring it down. Jesse James.
They hopped a freight train having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
Easy.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head.
With pleasure, in case.
Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I
The
reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took
Yeah.
them all on by your lonesome. Again, I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
A little hard to
Maybe
swallow,
you
more
need
than.
to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
God damn you!
Hey. Okay.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
Has to go to the bathroom. Lol.
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't
Facts.
think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
Someone's drunk looking for some free liquor. Maybe. Lol. Bathroom wreck.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack,
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the bar.
But you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr?
Bell Star.
Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some bitch saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn Pinkerton!"
Not really, but
I
okay.
never worked for that limey cocksucker. But I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. It was no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Okay. Maybe, okay, I have an idea. Potential idea. Hey. Get out.
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
Whoa, what?
I wondered if I was ever gonna find the front of that train. Or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Well, even assholes, I guess.
Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're
It
messing
does,
with
it
the
does,
flow
it does
of the
matter.
story here.
Come on, bro. Take this, bro. A gift for me. From me to you. Come on, come on, come on.
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way.
You're a bad guy, mate. Additional zoom while aiming?
Jesse James himself.
I don't think so.
There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
Hey, yo. You should die, and that's it. Thank you. Oh. Jesus Christ.
I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you.
True.
Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
I didn't kill him. Jesse James was murdered in 1882 by Robert Ford and the survivors of his gang, while later on his less well-known brother Frank James. Jesse James.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
Okay.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first.
Sbagliato lato.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch Jim.
Okay. How? That was not Jesus Christ, bro. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Wait, 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 wait. Okay. Okay.
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul.
My boy is not stopping drinking. Real man.
Now, where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the red man. Like that time... Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words.
Jesus Christ, go back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again.
Hey, hey,
Kill
hey.
many more men. And the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
Ja, oké.
So, did you ever find him? The man you were after?
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Oké.
Oh, death. Oh, death.
What? Yo, man, what's up? Are you good? Okay.
Won't you spare me over till another year?
I hope so.
What is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of me.
This game is a pearl.
I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year?
Wow.
Oh, death, someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day? Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year?
So, are you gonna answer the question?
No.
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Okay, sorry.
Was indeed that son bitch's surname. That's right.
Despicable
man.
character.
A despicable character.
Despicable,
I
sorry.
remember him laughing like a hyena that cold
Hyena.
morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
Frank James. Huh. Brother of Jesse. Okay.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul
Oi, oi, oi.
from anywhere close.
Oh, where is he? I'm too in the open, bro. I'm too much. Stay down.
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well.
What? The bullet is making
He backed off as I
turns?
closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me.
Run, 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 run.
I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
That son of a bitch! Take him out! Just one man! Put him down! Lock that bastard down!
Hey, yo. No, 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 wait, wait, wait. Are you sure about that? Take this, bro.
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
Let's go.
Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents.
Sure about that, Dwight?
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
He survived? Huh.
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
Why should I kill you?
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him. I never did like that bastard. I am done here.
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
Okay, thank you. Frank James, okay. Okay. Thank you.
So, what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts, as I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again. But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr.
So ornery.
While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Whatever. Okay.
Son of a bitch!
No, don't be
It
so
was
mad.
then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
Because I'm too good? And you guys are too stupid? To even fight me? No! No, bro! How did I miss it? Bro, what? Ah, my bad, guys, sorry. Jump cut.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed.
Hey yo, my band.
I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
I have my revenge.
And
Yeah.
repay him I did.
He dishonored my family, I dishonored him. That's life, mate. That's all Wild West. That's how it is.
I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame he never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
Wild Bunch?
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So
Maybe.
you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Silas quickly took revenge on Johnny, Ringo, and Jim Reed, but Roscoe Bob Bryant eluded his grasp for years.
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Sorry, guys.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others.
Close quarter fights. You can be bulletproof, but you can be more resistant.
For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after?
Could
By this
be.
point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends, no purpose except shooting Bob Bryant dead.
It's a purpose. You evil boy sneaking at me like that.
Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I'd been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Fairy tale. Dwight Eisenhower.
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades. Apart, just like me.
Exactly, just like you. Inside of yourself, you know it. Inner battle. Oh. Not surprised about
I
that.
wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts
I
of my
love this
dead brothers were
quick time
begging me
events.
to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Greaves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
The Sundance Kid. Okay, boys, so you can read.
I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Hey.
But you obviously prevailed since you set me down yesterday.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
Hey.
We're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Whew.
Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy the Kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop.
What? Sure about that.
Here, there, even over there.
What?
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
You're touched in the
Mr.
head.
Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
What am I playing right now? Wood? Billy the Kid?
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me. But in the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
I'm fighting against the guy that I've killed, basically. Except for Billy the Kid. It was my ally. He was. Why West Ghost Towns? Yeah, there were a lot of cities abandoned.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
What?
No ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a falling branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Haynes Clanton, William Brocius, John Peters, Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Cool that I'm fighting against ghosts. It's a good thing. Okay, okay, sorry guys, I'm too far.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Granton, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
How many? Bro, I cannot see them.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy. Thought.
You thought? Yeah, I'm not crazy. This happened 100%. Trust me. This happened 100%. Trust me. This is real. Like the heart is flat. Can I?
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Sundance Kid as well? What?
Leading his Legion of the Dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
Ooh. No, bye-bye, mate. Bye-bye.
A voice called to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Really? How is he still alive? The good, the bad, and the dead. Yeah. And the dead. What?
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
I had the same feeling, you know? Genuinely the same feeling.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
In a Mexican standoff, use LTRT to switch your focus to the enemy who's looking at you. Okay. Isn't Butch looking at me? Yeah, definitely.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Okay. I still do not understand how to do it not dishonorable, because the timing is so bad when you do it like properly, but whatever. I'm a bounty hunter, not a cowboy, so I can be dishonorable.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
You sure about that?
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I'm not surprised about it.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock, But you can't, Bob.
No, revenge. No, revenge.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Here. I won't have it said that I left you with nothing.
That's how you want it? So be it.
No, revenge.
Holy shit!
Right, Molly, move against that wall. Go!
Bye-bye.
Oh, jeez.
Bye-bye.
Did you know it was him all along?
Cassidy told me Bob was in Abilene before he died. But I wasn't sure Ben was my man until he revealed how much he knew about Ringo and Reed. The coin, of course. Well, that was the last nail in that particular coffin.
I better go get the sheriff.
You okay, boy? You're looking mighty shook up.
Dwight, maybe you best go home. Young Eisenhower here is leaving for West Point tomorrow. He shouldn't get caught up in something like this.
I think I might head out myself at this juncture. Unless you want to stop me, Jack.
No, sir, Mr. Greaves.
So where are you going now? Now that you had your revenge?
To rest.
Doesn't really matter, does it? As I've sold my soul for it, and will never again walk with those I have lost.
GG, boys. I wonder how was the proper ending, and we're done. We are done. I don't know how was not the proper ending, the good ending, but actually, you kill my brothers. I've been doing everything just to kill you. I will kill you. Still music. Is there anything? New Game Plus is now available. Start a new story, training all the unlocked skills and weapons. True West difficulty level is now available. Try going through the story with minimal HUD and extra difficulty Western experience. Okay, boys. We missed a lot of... Okay, boys, anyway, yeah, that's it. We are done with the Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Such a beautiful game. I have to be honest, such a beautiful game. I enjoyed playing it. It's kind of strange and weird in some mechanics, like dying without any reason in some points that are scripted or whatever. Sometimes you do not understand if it's a cutscene or if it's actual gameplay, but whatever. I mean, except for that, it's a very, very good and catchy game. I enjoyed it, had fun. So I hope you did the same, and for me it's everything. Remember to leave a like, subscribe and comment, and I will see you directly in the next video. Bye bye!